Welcome to part 4 of Jonathan Plays Factory Town. I'm going to spend this video um, mostly building a couple of pasture farms for chicken and beef. Uh, but first I'm going to build a road back from where I'm making these t-shirts to my community center, because that is a good source of wealth. Or back to, what is it? General store. Yeah, okay. Don't need both of those. Boop. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is build a wagon, because I think if I hold down the F key, I can see where everybody's going, and nobody is going to get the t-shirts. Also, I can see that t-shirts aren't even being made there. So that's holding down the F key. I realized that this is on cloth conveyor belts, and it is not supposed to be on cloth conveyor belts. It is supposed to be on shirts. Okay, and once I have that done, those shirts are being sent to that barn, which already has a slot of storage for them. So I'm going to build a wagon that will deliver those shirts to the general store. And let's watch him. I'll select him. He goes and grabs those shirts. You'll see right now I have 197 red coins. Oh, he's only getting one shirt. I forgot about the fact that I had it paused. But he will get 8 coins for each of those shirts. 8 red coins. And that'll be helpful. Do I already have a wagon going? No, I don't. Wait, resume. Hold down the F key. Well, actually, no, I probably do have a guy getting shirts out of that barn. Oh well. Um, did they grab 4 of them? Okay, that's all right. All right, so that's growing pretty quickly now, 273. So now I've got a good source of red coins coming in. Now that I've done that, I'm going to start building a chicken farm. Yeah, we're gonna make chicken legs here. Start with build a farm, which goes build dings farm, which is F, and I'm going to put that next to the grain, as much grain as I can get in there. Build dings and grain mill, which is G. BDG builds a grain mill. I'm going to turn that to the. I'm going to turn that counterclockwise, so it will unload its goods to build dings. And I don't think this one's got a keyboard shortcut, so I will just wait. No, it does. BDA for pasture. BDA for pasture. Okay, and put that one down. And I'm gonna use 2 barns, BDB, because I've made a couple of tries at this video already and discovered that things get screwed up if I don't build. I mean, I could technically do it with 1 barn, but I think 2 is going to be a much better way to do it. And then I'm going to use the terrain tool, BT terrain flatten up, and just kind of come over here to raise the terrain around here so I can put down a kitchen comfortably. And you can see that spending some of the red coins. BD kitchen I don't think has a shortcut. So I'll put the kitchen right there. I'll spin that around so that it goes to that barn. So this is going to be, I'm just going to go ahead and set everything for chicken. This will be getting grain. I'll just have it auto supply. This will be doing animal feed. This guy will be doing raw chicken. And and this one will be doing cooked chicken. Cooked chicken. All right. The barn. No. First of all, I can do this step by step. We can see the grain being unloaded into the grain mill, and then we can see the grain being unloaded into the pasture. The pasture will then do two things. It's going to unload, I can do this. Okay, it's not doing anything because it doesn't have any water. Since there's two things to be supplied with water, I'm going to build a well, which is right there. I'm going to build a well right here and a wagon. First of all, before I do that, I'm going to put some filters on this barn. Fertilizer. I'm going to do three fertilizer. 1, 2, 3, and some water. And then I'm going to create a wagon because it takes a lot of water to provide to that pasture. And the wagon is going to bring water to that barn. And then the barn is, I'm going to build some, what are these called? Scaffold wood pillar scaffold. So that things can move around down there. And then on top of those two, I'm going to build a scaffold block. That wasn't strictly necessary, but so anyway, that barn is going to be unloading water to the pasture. So I'll go ahead and say that that is going to be water. And generally you don't want to put, you don't want to build a grabber with a filter unless it's paused. But now we're getting raw chicken, and that raw chicken is going in the wrong barn. Shoot. No, it's not. It's getting stuck there on the grabber because I set that filter. Okay, so let me, as a matter of fact, it's probably not going anywhere because that was a chute. Okay, good. Because I don't think the raw chicken will slide down a chute. I could check by deleting the grabber. Nope, nothing on the chute. Okay, the fertilizer will go down the chute. So I will, so checking, yeah, there's 4 fertilizer in the barn. No chicken. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is build a path, cloth conveyor belt going to that barn there, and I can rotate this so that that is actually set. This is, I don't think this needs a filter. It's going to get some raw chicken, and that raw chicken is going to go into the kitchen, and from the kitchen we're gonna get we're gonna get cooked chicken back. And then we just need somebody to provide coal for the system, or any kind of fuel for the kitchen. And let's see, chicken is going in there, good. And raw chicken is going into the kitchen, and cooked chicken is coming out. Yeah, there it is in the storage. So we wait till that gets to about 4, or well, we don't really need to. I'll build a road though. And build worker G for wagon, BWG. And that wagon is going to grab cooked chicken and bring it down to the food market. And I left clicked when I should have right clicked. So let's try that one more time. Left click, right click. And I will even give him a little bit of a road there to the food market. Okay. Now I'm going to save a little bit of time on the beef manufacture by selecting this group with the column select tool. Boy, that column select looks weird when you're pointing straight on. Okay, wonder if he had any troubles with divide by zero situations when he looked straight down at it. Can I make it crash? I think there's like a divide by zero situation sometimes based on slopes. I don't know. So C for copy, and I'm going to find another set of wheat. I think the barn is there on the lower left, or the farm is there on the lower left. I'm going to stop, I'm going to pause it for a second because I'm going to turn everything off for a moment. Turn off the grain. By turning off the grain, I turn everything else off. Nothing's going to be supplied unless he's already provided a grain. Now he does. Yeah, he needs 2 grain. All right, so this, instead of producing raw chicken, will produce beef. And this will still have the same settings. This, there's no settings on there. This will produce, instead of cooked chicken, will produce cooked beef. Okay, well that was easy. Okay, in my rough draft, or in my 2 rough drafts for this video, I was trying to use one barn and set filters for all of these, and had raw chicken and cooked chicken inside that barn for filters. And that was difficult because when I copied it over, I had to change everything. But I think this should work as soon. Well, I need to put 2 more things down. Build a worker, a wagon to grab water out of there and put it in the barn. Right click. And another worker to grab wood from the tree and bring it to the kitchen. And then final worker, well, I'll let it run for a while and see if it produces anything. So there goes the the grain coming out. Grain produces animal feed. Animal feed is going to come over here into the pasture. No, animal feed goes into the pasture here. Beef gets produced, is put in this barn here, which is immediately transferred to the kitchen. Kitchen has 11 fuel and should be receiving beef. barn has raw beef, not sending out cooked beef. Is there a filter on this guy? Okay. Beef is accumulating here in this barn. It's not going into the kitchen. I am going to try, and this always seems to happen, is I get to a point where I think, oh, I think there's a bug. But sometimes I find out that the bug wasn't there. So I think I'm going to save it right here. And a part, so this is a bug question, and save it there. So if necessary, I can go and report it to the programmer and see if he thinks it's a bug or not. But while I'm doing that, I will take this kitchen and no, I don't know what I'll do. I'll build another. Okay, I'll pull that away from there. I will add another cloth conveyor belt. I will put in a grabber. There something goes. Okay, I will delete this grabber. What is on there? Is that cooked beef? How did cooked beef get there? I don't understand. Okay, cooked beef went into the... It's not bugged. Okay. Because this barn contains both cooked beef and raw beef. Okay. J. The raw beef goes in, the cooked beef can't. So, what do? I need to set that to raw beef, or just beef. This one actually exists, I guess. And hit J and click, and then it will start going into the kitchen. And J, nope. Oh, there's metallurgy. Cool. And J, click there. Pick up item. It doesn't want to pick up that item. There we go. Okay. It's producing the beef. And I will build a wagon. And that wagon will deliver the cooked beef all the way back to the kitchen, or the food market. And then, last step, don't need that belt there. Last step is building a nice highway for that guy. There you go. Have a nice highway. Okay. Are you strictly necessary? Standing in there in between those things? There's probably a lot here that's not necessary. Really, I can do away with these lumber mills, this lumber mill, and the people working at it. Or maybe not. I don't know. You know what? One thing he doesn't need is that worker there delivering between those. I should stop the video now. I'm boring you.